Okay, guys, so we have met the upside targets that we were looking for on both XRP and Ethereum, right, guys? So how I can show you that is like this. Let's just go ahead and display the drawings here that we actually put together a few days ago here before the price action ended up coming out here. So we set up the entry conditions, guys, even down here, right about here for secondary entries and our take profit targets on the way up to these levels here. Good job on Ethereum. Now, the upside on XRP, same situation, slightly different formation, but still, guys, entry conditions all met very nicely here, and now reaching up to one of our take profit targets that we were observing here for a few days now, right, guys? In fact, I put up a video just last week saying 264 incoming, right? So here we are. Here we are at the 264 valuation, looking pretty good. Now, as we're coming into a new week, guys, there are a bunch of closures, right? Many weeklies and dailies and all kinds of closures that happened all throughout even the traditional markets, which usually show that there could be some type of a retracement. Now, the retracement isn't actually a bearish thing, but what I will say is that it can show the new leg up, right? This can tell you that we are set to validate a certain area before we can continue. So let's go ahead and figure out that target and many more things here. But before we get started, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca, coming at you here at 9:33 p.m. Pacific time on October 26th, Sunday, right, guys? So now spot price action is 264.30 on XRP, and spot price on Ethereum against USD, that's going to be 4,197.96, and yeah, it's looking okay. Now, I have to say, guys, it's just a topside resistance, and if you're looking at this as just raw price action like this, right, you can see why we're resisting right now, right? This area here is resisting in light of these resistances here and probably some other things back over here, like historically, right? Great. That's all good. Now, what typically, price action typically tends to do is actually once it clears a certain area like this one here, there could be a pullback to validate this as an area of now an existing support alongside this zone 2, and historically speaking, other areas that are very much confluent with that zone there too, right, guys? That's a typical thing for it to happen, for price action to do, which is also similar to what Ethereum is kind of showing here. Now, I would say that we may have a little bit of time to kind of hover up in these targets here, just like XRP, but I will say also that this is in some way, I don't want to say danger, I just want to say that this can pull back into these zones here. So Ethereum specifically pulling back into the areas of about 40.8913 to roughly around this zone of 40.4948. You do have a center bound located at roughly these targets right about here. In fact, there's a fair value gap right about there, and we can go ahead and kind of favor a little bit of that right there. So that would be approximately 40.7441. Okay, guys, liquidity bottoms located at 39.72. XRP XRP in its own respect. This is that's a zone, right? That's the zone to kind of validate here, and let's put some targets together. So yeah, I would say just about actually you do have kind of a deep liquidity on this, but it's okay. 249, 249 shows to be a pretty nice range here, guys. And the top area, I know that we have this up here, obviously, right? But I think I would just pull it back just a little bit to around 255.02, and certainly give ourselves a little bit of I would say confluent measures right about this point instead. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and drop this down like this. Look, I'm just going to go ahead and create the square in there, right, guys, so that we know where price action is likely to pull back when it breaks above critical zones like this. Guys, please remember that I will never, ever send you any type of friend request first. I will never, ever message you first. make sure that as soon as you join the Arca Bulls trading team on Discord, you guys make sure to avoid talking to any Arca. The moment that you show up, there probably will be some Arca saying, hey, welcome to our team, blah, 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 blah. Guys, I don't send any type of messages like that. I don't expect you guys to reply. Nope, not me. Okay, I will not friend request you first. I will not message you first. I will not approach you first. I will nothing. Okay, guys, if there's someone reaching out to you with the name of Arca, scam. Absolutely 100% scam, not me. All right, guys, so here are the targets for potential re-entry. Should there be some, please be careful, right? Because we still have macro closures coming in, and the equity market may actually pull this thing back a bit lower too, because remember, we just broke out of this triangle too, right? So we actually haven't retraced to validate that thing as well. So if that's a present danger, then yeah, guys, keep in mind that you could have a little bit of a dry powder left over to maybe risk on this side of town too, right? 243.90 to 241.41 where we initially entered, or the secondary entry. Okay, guys, now the beginners mentorship program also finished, so now the new beginners are rolling in. Make sure to look in the description below so that you can get yourself enrolled for the next the next draft. The next wave of students usually takes it usually kind of, the seats go away pretty quickly, guys. So make sure to hit in the description below. It's $100, the 9-week mentorship live with me, right? So go ahead and try it out. It doesn't hurt one bit. And yeah, so okay. So yeah, guys, I think these are the targets here to kind of observe. I know that you know, some of your higher time frames are closing here. So in respects to that, right, we want to make sure that we can at least know where the pullbacks can happen, right, guys? So remember, I'm not actually looking for this to happen until maybe another, I would say another, it's about 9:40 p.m. Pacific, right? So yeah, maybe anywhere between 6:30 Pacific a.m., right, to around 8 a.m. Pacific, around there, in this coming Monday. So please, just please be careful as you risk on the financial assets here, guys, and especially crypto. But I think this is a pretty good place to leave off here. And should you have any questions or concerns, please, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Everything will be okay. All right, guys. Well, I wish you all a very good night, and we will speak very, very, very scary Larry later. Adios, team. Peace and peace. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Oh yeah.